Hey there, I am in Berne, Indiana. But this Berne is still cool, even though it's not the capital city of Switzerland. They've done quite a bit of effort to make it an attraction itself. Look at this. This is a giant clock tower, a replica of the one in Berne, Switzerland. And we're also going to go to the Swiss Heritage Village and Museum. So first we're going to go check out this freaking thing. This is now the Muensterberg Plaza. I did not expect this thing to be this huge. I don't know if it conveys on camera how massive it is, but this is really unbelievable for being in the freaking middle of nowhere in Indiana. Now the difference in spelling between Switzerland Bern and Bern, Indiana is that this one has an E at the end. So the inside of the clock. Now this is a glockenspiel. Unfortunately it only runs 4 times a day, and I can't wait. I'm on a schedule, so that sucks. So that would be pretty neat to see. Maybe I'll just have to come back. Now this is fairly new. It was built in 2010 after a huge fundraising effort. This thing cost millions of dollars. It's 160 feet tall. Definitely the tallest thing around. Probably one of the tallest buildings in Indiana. Can't even get it all in one frame. This is, I just can't believe this. It has a huge clock face. I don't know if you can see that, but there is a little guy up in the bell. I assume he's a mechanical figure that rings the bell. And here's their old limestone settlers memorial commemorating the first 82 Mennonite immigrants who came from Switzerland and cleared this area. Where this monument was built was the site of their first place of worship and their first cemetery. So I think they must be buried here. This is a cemetery apparently. Oh, I bet those settlers never imagined that thing would be here less than 200 years later. Beneath the clock tower is a statue of a bear. He was for a long time the symbol of this great town of Bern, and then that thing got built. Here are the cantons of Switzerland, so those are like the banners or flags of the different regions and some of the main cities, along with Indiana's canton. This is the only other canton tree in the world besides one in London. Now this area was first settled by, I don't know if you guessed it or not, Swiss immigrants. Most of them were also Mennonites, and that is the first Mennonite church. They obviously still have a presence here. Here's a Swiss cheese shop. I'm gonna have some fine Swiss Bern dining at the Bern Dining Restaurant. Not quite as much Swiss theming as I thought there would be. Alright, my lunch is here. That's a big steak. Alright, now I'm at the Swiss Heritage Village and Museum. It is apparently the largest outdoor historical museum in northern Indiana.
The main museum building is really impressive. It's packed full of stuff relating to the history of the town and its Swiss heritage. This is a model of the Hannermann, which in 1852 sailed the 80 Swiss emigrants who would end up settling Bern. There are several dioramas of the way homes used to be, full of antique furnishings. This is an exhibit honoring the veterans of Berne. This is cool, the old mail coach that used to go around town. There's a penny farthing bike, one of the worst inventions ever. Richard R. Schrock, who was born in Berne, won the Nobel Prize for Chemistry in 2005 for inventing metathesis. No clue what that is. This buggy was owned by the local Dunbar Furniture Company. There has historically been many furniture companies here, like Dunbar. And these are furnishings from the office of Dr. von Gunten. Also, there used to be Berne ice cream. The Swiss who settled here were Anabaptists, one of the many Protestant groups that formed in the Swiss cantons during the Reformation. This is a portrait of Abraham Sprunger, the former pastor of the First Mennonite Church.
And now we're going to cross the mini covered bridge into the Swiss village.
This first building we'll see is the Luganville House, built in 1857. It is a pre-Civil War half-timber farmhouse. This is full of antiques which the family might have used here. The Luganvilles had a summer kitchen in the back. Outside there's a really cool windmill. This is the 1872 Hartman Cheese House. It's important to remember that there wasn't refrigeration, so families around here would build cheese houses to store their leftover milk, and it could be later molded into cheese in this building. The Sweetser barn was built in the late 1800s, and this was a popular design at the time with dry cellars sunken into the hill. This is the Irvin Welling sawmill. This is actually pretty neat. It's the world's largest cider press. Built during the Civil War by F. William Howenstein in northern Indiana, which he built completely from memory based on the ones he worked with in Switzerland. This is the schoolhouse that was located in downtown Berne and was built in 1881.
Looks like this is a doctor's office that is not open today. Oops, I think I broke in, but this is the office of Dr. Peter Sprunger, and he was a Swiss immigrant. There's the old-timey, terrifying doctor stuff. Ah, look at that guy with smallpox. These photos are absolutely horrifying. Look at that silkworm gut. And this is a place where terrible things probably happened. There's some crutches. And finally, this is the 1860 Baumgartner Mennonite Church. I don't think I've ever been inside of a Mennonite church, even an old one. So does kind of look like a very simplistic, even more simplistic and rustic than the Quaker meeting house. And here's their little organ in the back. So that was Berne, Indiana. The clock tower, that's really awesome. Really like this Swiss village. Definitely feel like it could be a little more better run. First they made me wait an hour because they're like, oh, we have school kids, you can't come in. Then like you have to stick with the person, which that's not necessary. I kind of just sneaked off on myself. But if you like this video, I have a bunch of other videos at museums, roadside attractions and stuff, so please go check those videos out, and thanks for watching.